Maybe we should stop eating.
Why?
Because we're recording.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Picture it, pink pants and a floral shirt.
Shall we begin?
He's a handsome white guy. His eyes are so piercing. What is his name?
Anderson Cooper.
He got 2 last names. Fuck you. I hate you. Because I'm like, why are you just sitting here? Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
What up, guys? It's your boy Ramont.
And I'm Reese. And welcome back to a little R&R.
We're at another secured location.
Is it secured? No, it's not secured. It's secluded. Why do you do that?
Because the door's locked.
Is it though? Because I think I was the last one to come in.
Yeah, it's locked.
But I mean, if it isn't locked, they got a long way before they get to us. So
Girl.
we'll be able to get out of Dodge.
Not a long way.
You're like, wait. Okay.
Here we are.
We're here. What's going on? How are you?
Reese got us out on a school night, FYI.
Cause we got things going on this weekend.
We do. So we had to sit down and talk, y'all.
And get it out.
Mm-hmm. We got our champagne. We hope y'all got y'all drink together. If you're listening to us on the way to work, you got a coffee, you got a juice.
Starbucks is my drink of choice.
Or Starbucks.
Starbucks is absolutely amazing. I would recommend the medicine ball with extra peppermint. It's delicious.
Oh, did it come back for the fall?
I don't think it ever left because I've been drinking that for
No,
they
left
for a while.
at a point in time.
Try the medicine. We need to be endorsed.
Okay.
Try the medicine ball by Starbucks with a little bit of extra peppermint. It's absolutely amazing. If you're on your way to work. Now,
all right.
if you at the house,
open that bottle.
Open that whatever bottle of choice. We're drinking
Sit
some
down. Let's have
sparkling red tonight. So yeah. So we're here.
All right. First order of business, as always. Number 1, say her name. Breonna Taylor.
Hello. Don't say her name. Say it over and over and over and over.
With one, rest in power, sis. Your battle was not through here. Your dying was not in vain. And God don't like ugly. And he ain't too fond of cute either. Because let's see. They tried to brush off the killers with that wanton, futon, endangerment, entanglement.
Oh,
bitch.
Yes.
Charge them for
what they fucking did.
And not charge our killers for actually killing her. They charged them for almost endangering a futon next door. That's how the fuck I look at it. Because it's because of the wall or some shit like that. However, now one of the jurors from the grand jury trial is asking that all the tapes are released because they feel as if they were not given all the information.
Didn't something recently come out? Some tape or something recently come out with some more information?
No, they haven't released the grand jury tapes as
but
of
I'm just
yet.
saying, I thought I saw something on social media that was another it was something that was either unreleased or that we just never saw. I can't remember specifically, but
we're going to figure that out. And then I found out that Daniel Cameron, that nigga, I can't stand his ass. He didn't even put a murder charge in it for that grand jury trial. So that wasn't even an option for the jurors to deliberate on. And now that they want the tapes released, he's like, I need more time. Oh.
But for what? To cover some
shit up.
Yeah.
To destroy some tapes. That's exactly what the fuck he's trying to do. But in the words of Nene Leakes, you can't win when you play dirty.
Okay. Okay. Hello, Nene.
Number 2, go vote.
Yes.
Please do. Make sure you're registered. For mail-in ballots, they should be coming to your home soon. I know that mine told me that they usually mail them out at least 30 to 45 days prior to election. I'm starting to see some people post their mail-in. They're starting to receive their mail-in ballots. If you have early voting in your state, please definitely take advantage of it. Last time we talked, we said Virginia was doing theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not for sure who's up next. Maybe we should look into that next time we talk. Did we already say that last time on the show? Did we look into it? Okay.
You didn't take that lead.
But
now you said it.
Right. Now I gotta look it up. Definitely get out there and vote. Make sure someone is registered. If someone needs a ride, let them ride with you. Help
wear your
them
mask.
out.
Wear your
Definitely
mask.
wear a mask.
Sanitizer.
Help out our elderly folks as well. Get them down to the poll. This election is...
It's a lot.
And if you watch we coming to you the day after the first presidential debate, if you watch that shit, that's even more reason of why you should be voting.
I was asleep when it was going down because
you should have slept. That was a
no, but I watched a bit of it
mess.
this morning before I headed to work, and I was just like,
that was
what? And I'm not even so. I mean, you guys can probably tell because when we have these conversations, Ramont does all the talking. I'm not really a political person. I'm all about making sure that we have someone
competent
right in the office space, and my job allows me to have my own opinion, but not necessarily be as vocal. So I sit here and I listen and I agree. But it was some foolery. I was like, what is
I mean, even it was foolery. Even if you take politics out of it, it just foolery on the actions itself, that you could not conduct yourself as an adult and have respect for the other talking party involved. That itself alone is just like, why the fuck are you here?
When you try to manipulate a conversation, it's because you're trying. You have something to hide.
Exactly.
And you're
exactly.
To me,
he
you're
never
scared
answered,
of that being.
He never
exposed.
answered any question directly. And the one thing that stood out is that he did not denounce white supremacy. He told them to stand back and stand by. So therefore, if you are voting for this man, we have nothing to say to each other. There is nothing else to. I don't know. Like at that point, especially if you're black, like it's. I just don't know, and it's upsetting. I mean,
me and my homeboy.
Like, I mean, can you really be shocked at it? And the thing is, they asked him directly, "Will you denounce white supremacy?" He acted like he didn't know what it was, who it was, and then when he said, "Proud Boys, please stand back and stand by."
I'm going to finish watching it. I didn't see that. I didn't get to that piece, but
girl, yeah,
that's a lot. So the bottom line is vote.
Go vote.
Thank
you.
And vote for change.
Yes,
that's a nice way to say it, right?
That's already a slogan, but it's okay.
No. I'm saying like a nice way to not like
offend anyone.
I'm not trying to like in my position. I'm vote for change.
Yeah, there you go.
That says how I feel.
Okay, fine. All right, and let's get into the show. Now that we got the announcements out of the way.
Come on, show. We are here.
All right. Reese, what we talking about
Can we call it what I said we are going to call it? Because I don't want to call it that if we're not going to call it that.
Sure, Frank.
Okay, so.
He's so excited.
Because I think it's like, ooh. Because y'all know we're not like a whole bunch of other.
This show is going to be different.
It's very different. It follows to me, and it's kind of. It follows the. It goes down the avenue of a lot of other podcasts that I've listened to.
Yes, it does. It does do that, and we're only doing this one because I've been itching to talk about these particular topics, but because we have such good conversations, we never had enough time. It's like, bitch, we're just going to do a whole episode about it.
Right.
But we're still going to put our spin on it because we're still going to drop some shit.
No, it's still the same. I mean, it's us, but like I said, we're going down the road of... So our podcast, as you know, we don't have segments. We don't have anything that's really consistent. Like right now, the voting thing is, of course, paramount, and we need to talk about that and when it happens, and, you know, we probably won't talk about it again until it comes up again. But this is like, I think that we could do this here and there, right?
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Because I have
all the time is too much.
Right. So we're calling this episode Ramont Rants. So Ramont came to me and was like, friend, I want to talk about this, and that. And I was like,
okay, girl.
Okay. So my initial thought was we finna do, because he gave me like 3 or 4 topics. And I was like, wait, we doing 4 different episodes? He was like, no, all together. I said, oh, okay. Because.
Right, then he all on board.
Yeah, I was on board then because I was like, sometimes. So in our friendship, there's times that I've come to realize we a little bit different. There's some shit that I just be like, what? You interested in that? You want to talk about that? But okay. So I do my little research. So he gave me homework, y'all. I had to. Some of this stuff I was like, I don't even know who that is. So we're doing Ramont's rant. So that means it's back in Ramont's hands to go with this rant.
All right, y'all. So catch it. Boom.
Here we go.
4 things that have been happening in pop culture that I want to discuss are Dr. Dre's divorce, Cardi B's divorce as well. They're like, what the hell happened to her? How did I burn my finger again? Sorry. John Gray cheating on his wife again. And the teacher that got fired because they found out that she had a OnlyFans fans only page. Mm-hmm. All right, friend, which one you want to do first?
I don't care. All right. I did my research.
You go off.
I did my research.
All right, so let's start with Dr. Dre's divorce.
Okay.
Off top.
All right.
So Nicole Young is the wife, and she's asking for $2 million to cover her expenses.
A month,
bitch.
month.
I want to be her.
No.
If I die, bitch, I want to come back as her.
No.
Listen.
If she gets it, but okay.
I mean, she done stuck by this. They've been together for a long time. She gonna get close to it.
You think?
Yeah.
So okay.
All right. So laundry and cleaning is $10,000 a month. Bitch. What the fuck?
Who is washing your clothes, ma'am? A month?
I got game, bitch. What she using?
I take some of my stuff to the cleaners, and my bill don't be no 10,000. Like,
I mean, it depends on what they clean.
A month, friend?
I don't know.
Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead. Next one.
Her clothing budget is $135,000 a month.
So $135,000 for clothes. So this is my thing, right? If you're spending $135,000 a month for clothing, in my head, I don't spend that much, right? I don't like what? Because you're looking at me.
Go ahead. No, I'm not finished.
I don't even want to say that because it sounds so bad.
Go ahead, say it.
I am the type of person that rarely, because it happens, but rarely do you see me, listen to my words, rarely do you see me in the same thing more than a couple times. 2, literally, right?
Yeah.
$135,000, if that's what you're spending on clothes a month, you don't need no dry cleaning because what do you want? Like,
right?
No, right. I'm not wearing. No, that's ridiculous.
I don't think that is ridiculous because of maybe because of the lifestyle that she lives. So $135,000 a month could be a vintage piece. That and honestly, that could just be one gown. But then again, this is like where you going that you got to put on. But all right, so I'm gonna defend her. Defend her like she might get Judy.
Like you know her. Like I know her. Like you gonna get ransom dough. Like go ahead, I'm listening.
She take me shopping. It's like but like when I watch like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and when they went to Italy, Garcelle, they were in Fendi. And they gave Garcelle like this Fendi cloak. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, how much it is? And she made a joke, if you gotta ask how much it is, that means you can't afford it. But they flashed the price at the bottom of the screen. It was $35,000. Mm-hmm. And I think Kyle spent like $10,000. So it's possible when you live that lifestyle to buy those things. Like that's what your budget is. Like for us, we shopping at.
Don't tell these people where we shop. We look cute in where we shop.
So of course it's a big number to us, but if we had that money to shop where they like, that's nothing to them.
I understand what you're saying, but to me, I look at
$135,000 a month to her is the $1,100 a month that we may spend.
Okay. I don't spend $1,100 on no damn clothes.
If you include them sunglasses you buy.
Which you will not do.
All right, sir. moving on. Education and tuition, $6,000 a month, $60,000 a month.
Education, tuition, and living expenses.
So I think that's for the kids.
They're grown.
Somebody got to be in college.
They're grown.
Someone has to be in college.
Okay, maybe.
Someone has to be.
And I'll take that one. I'll give her that one. Okay,
cool. Fair game. Entertainment is $900,000 on. Bitch, I want to be her friend now.
I do too, because I want to be entertained. Where are we going for $900,000 in a month? In a month.
But that can include you. Bitch, you don't know where she eat dinner at. But
food is not entertainment. I want you to get down to the last one.
All right, charitable donations, $125,000 a month. We'll give you that.
Ma'am, you don't. No, we're not giving her that, bitch. No.
Why not? Y'all got to turn on y'all volume for this episode. We should have
No. How do you say I'm leaving you, but give me money to give to charity?
Because I done stuck by you for all these years. Mary J. Blige wrote a song about it. And you're going to continue to pay me for the lifestyle I've become accustomed to. So
contribute to that shit.
I don't have to. That's not the agreement I signed up for.
Then that's the problem. These hoes out here.
She not a hoe. She been with him for 25 years. She been with Dr. Dre since back in the day. That don't count.
She wants to leave him.
Okay, she done probably seen some shit and been through some shit.
Ma'am.
Dr. Dre used to beat Michelle A. Okay. Now that's fucking rude. Because it popped up on the screen too.
Oh. I was like, what happened? No, friend, no. Mm-mm. Go ahead. Let's go.
He can't contribute to the charity?
No. Okay. Not in her name. Hell no.
She better take one of them drugs.
Get a job, sis. Right.
Mortgage. Now, this is what I have a problem with. The mortgage is $100,000 a month. The mortgage is less than your entertainment. Bitch, I need to be her friend. Because where we traveling? Where are we being entertained at? She getting Beyonce costs a lot of money to come out and perform.
Go. Do you have this last one that I have?
I haven't got. Oh, okay. Here it is. Telephone, cell phone, email, $20,000 a month. She got highest Comcast bill. Bitch, I complain about mine.
$20,000 for a telephone.
Gmail free.
Don't nobody use a house phone, so I don't know why it says telephone, cell phone, and email. I use Gmail for free.
In my opinion, I want to believe she runs a business.
Okay,
and that's what I want to. That's what I want to think that.
And if she runs a business, why is he supposed to finance
because that? I married you.
Fuck that, bitch. If you out here, I don't understand how you agree with her. This is how I look at it. She been with him for 24 or 25.
One of them.
Okay, they've been together 20 some odd years.
Yes.
And my thing is, when he got into this game, that was his dream. That was whatever he wanted to do, right? If you stood behind him, beside him, or whatever, you should have been doing some shit for yourself. There's no reason that you should have just been there, because that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm not. If I met someone that was up and coming in whatever industry, Reese is gonna have something for Reese. Like, I'm not gonna just ride your coattails and just be there. They have 2 children, if I'm not mistaken. 2. I don't know. She ain't got like 6 or 10. They got 2. I think it's 2. Yeah, it's 2. They had a son and a daughter, if I'm not mistaken, and they're grown. So I don't know. I mean, I can't wrap my head around wanting $2 million a month. That does not make sense to me. That makes no sense. And then what I read was that I think, again, I don't want to be quoted because I might be a little wrong. 25. They lived in a $25 million mansion.
Probably.
And he was like, you got that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So maybe the upkeep of that, I can understand. Yeah. I can understand.
Okay, so when we look at cleaning, that could be cleaning at a house.
Potentially. I'll give you that. But I just feel like it's too much. I just think it's too much. I think that it says a lot about anyone. I'm not going to say a woman. It says it says a lot about a person that is going to go $2 million a month?
Wait. You know what I'm about to do? So I love how TMZ broke this story. We're breaking down what she's getting from Dr. Dre, what she's asking for, the ins and out of their relationship. When Jeff Bezos and his wife got a divorce, We saw how much money she was getting. We understood that he cheated on her, and no one batted an eye.
I wasn't a part of that.
No one batted an eye. And I hate to throw race into it, but that's how I'm looking at it.
That what? White bitches can ask for that and black people can't? Ooh, that was so ghetto.
Absolutely. Exactly. Just like that, friend. Just like, keep it real with the people.
I don't even like the way that tasted coming out my mouth.
Absolutely. No one batted an eye. She became like one of the, of course, new richest people in the world with how much money she got in her divorce settlement. But no one said, oh, she doesn't deserve all that money from him. That's his company. No one. But here we are with Dr. Dre, and it's like, oh my God. She's turned down a black man and just said, but
I don't think it's that. I'm not going down that road. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, of course, that's not what we get, but that's what people are saying. That's how people are looking at it. But no one said anything about Jeff Bezos' wife and the money she got.
And I get it, and I understand where you're coming from.
I mean, regardless of what they're asking for, we don't know what these women went through, what they did, what ideas they bounced. They've been a soundboard for all these years. It could have been infidelity. It could have been cheating. I stuck by you all this time, and now I want what's due to me.
Can I tell you this? Oh my gosh. So I hear you, right? And I've heard that. My thing is this. You do not, in my opinion, you do not get compensated for putting up with shit. That ain't cool. Like, to me, if we're in a relationship and you doing shit to me and I'm like, you cheating on me left and right? And I'm like, oh my God, this ain't gonna work for me, but I stick around. I can at the end be like, okay, I'm totally fed up, and now you gotta pay me for all of that. I chose to stay. So why am I being, like, I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I get it to an extent. Like, you put up with so much, okay, finally you reach your breaking point. Understood. But to me, break earlier, bitch. Like, the fuck? Like, I'm not finna sit around and be in no situation like that. I don't care who you are. Like, I'm saying that.
I mean, because, like I said, they have 2 kids. I could have stayed for the sake of the kids. I could have.
But that's your choice. So
it's also my choice to take your ass to the cleaners.
If it was about the kids, I could see that. But these kids are grown as fuck.
Okay.
Like,
and you've been making all this money, and you didn't make me used to this lifestyle.
$2 million a month.
So what's the problem?
I'm not.
He got it. He got it.
Shit.
So what's the problem?
If it was me, I would have it. She wouldn't. Not $2 million a month. No, ma'am. No, sir. No bueno. No mas. I'm not. No. 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 That doesn't make any sense. That's absolutely ridiculous. Bitch, get a job. She ain't got to do shit.
How you know she ain't got no job?
Exactly. So if the bitch got a job,
you real heated. Friend, did somebody divorce you and take all your money?
I don't even know her.
In a former life, friend, did somebody divorce you and take... Is something you want to tell me?
No, but oh my gosh, Miss Young. I don't understand, ma'am.
It's... I mean, I don't blame... I mean, you got to start with a high number and see what we won't come down to. So
I read that she claimed that there was emotional and physical abuse. But to me, I feel like, and again, I'm not condoning that at all. I don't think it's cool. But for that, I would not be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of, like, I'm just not going to be in a situation like that. And I know people will be like, oh my God, when you're in love. Yes, I've loved someone and been gone through some shit and still walked away. Now, I will say it might be easier to stick around when there's funding. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
If I was funded a certain lifestyle, I might stick around a little bit longer. I might take a long.
Because you can cuss me out and call me a stupid bitch, and I get on a plane with my friends and go to another fucking country to clear my mind. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. I can stick around a little while longer.
But to me, when I'm done.
And she's done.
Right. So in my head, what she should have done was she should have been stacking that money when she decided that there was going to be a departure. Just start stacking your money. So you don't necessarily need to ask for money because you already got it. And then again, I feel like she's not a dummy. You know, you've been with this man who's doing all of these great things, and you've been with him for 20 some odd years. Like, she's to me, I would assume that she's doing something.
She has to be doing something.
She's got some income.
At the end of the day, you're still going to be paying.
I think that there should be some alimony, yes, but at the same time, I don't think it should be $2 million. That's
these rich people. One of these rich people probably
exactly. And then I heard that there was not a prenup, and then I read something else that said that there was a prenup that was ripped up.
Yeah, so that's what I read, that it was a prenup that he had ripped up back in the 90s.
Right.
So. At a certain point, he loved her and said, I don't need this. I don't need this piece of paper. I'm going to love you. And at a certain point,
so on the flip of that, I mean, you protected yourself and then you unprotected yourself. So this is that. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I see both sides. It unnerves me that you want $2 million a month, maybe.
Friend, somebody was giving you $2 million a month for your pain and suffering. What you want? What?
I don't think I would ask for that much, honestly. Shit. I wouldn't.
And she probably didn't. These are probably estimates of things of which she could have said that he has been paying for, and they probably just ran.
I just want to know what this $20,000 a month for this cell phone.
I mean, bitch, when you got a $25 million, a big ass mansion, bitch, Comcast running.
Well, like you said, it could be a business. Yeah.
Like I said, it could be, especially for telephones.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, yeah. Okay. It's what it is.
Moving on to bitches fed up. So Cardi B divorces Offset. Are you happy about it? How you feel about it? I feel no kind of way.
I don't feel nothing. Like, I feel like...
It's like, okay, good.
So what I like about Cardi is she seems really down to earth, right? So I feel like... But I do feel... So there was something that I read, and let me pull it. So she said that she felt like... What did she say? I got tired of not seeing things... This is alleged. This is from Bustle. I got tired of not seeing things eye to eye. Cardi, who shares a 2-year-old daughter culture with Offset, said, when you feel like it's just not the same anymore before you actually get cheated on, I'd rather just leave. Pause, bitch. Before you get cheated on, I'm sure that happened already. So I feel like with...
Again. She should have said it. She should have said it.
Right. Again. And so I think that she's trying to paint this narrative that it's not what it is. Like, to me, almost trying to save face. Like, he is a good guy. We just don't see eye to eye. And I get it. That could potentially be it. But I just don't believe that. I think if you're going to be as real as you claim to be real about what it is, what it really is.
And, I mean, for all we know, he could have changed. Something different could have happened. Itself, but then he could have started slipping back to his old ways, and she was probably just done with it at a certain point.
So she also went on to say, nothing crazy out of this world happens. Sometimes people really do grow apart. Sometimes you're just tired of the arguments and the build-up. Maybe. You get tired sometimes, and before something happens, you leave. And I get that.
Yeah.
That'll be discussed in a later episode. But I think that there's probably some truth to that, but I just feel like there's more. Like I think that she's trying to make it look a lot better than what it really is. And I'm just like, girl, you as Cardi B, like, keep it real. You've been keeping it real from the beginning, so you say.
I mean, we already know, like, when he's cheated on you before and everything like that. So
right.
It's not like it's something new underneath of the sun. I mean, I guess kudos that she's divorcing him. I don't think she's asking for $2 million a month.
So my question about that. So, and again, I know music is music, right?
Okay, go ahead.
But she said, on WAP, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring. Ma'am, was it not on your mind when you did this? Like, I get it's music, but that's just so not aligned with this. You don't cook, you don't clean, bitch. That's how you lost your ring. Like, not literally.
No.
But I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I get it, but don't do that.
I just feel like, girl, like, that came out. So to me,
because niggas are gonna be niggas are gonna cheat regardless of what you do. You can cook and clean, they'll still cheat on you. They'll still treat you like shit. You be cooking and cleaning, they beat your ass because you cooking and cleaning.
But okay, not that I don't care about that, because I think it's, yeah. But my thing is, you did all this whole song, and then you about to divorce them.
The song was a whole bop.
Yeah.
Like the
I don't
song,
know. I want things to align. Maybe I want things to be more real. I don't know.
You want them to go together, and they don't.
Yeah, they don't. At all. But I wish her. I think that it.
I mean, I looked at the song just as a woman's anthem. I mean, Beyonce talked about woman empowerment. You know, up until Lemonade, we didn't know what issues they were going through.
Right.
So
very true. I think that she's on the other side of Dre's wife, Nicole. Is that her name? Nicole, yeah. Yeah, like she getting out now. They've been together for a couple years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever. She's like, I'm done now.
Is that what Nicole should have did?
Yes.
So back in '99,
whenever she was done, if it was 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, 12 years, bitch, not 24. Like, to me, I'm settled. In 20 years,
time spent, motherfucker. I've been with you for 25 years.
I get it, but
I've been your lover and your secretary.
Yes. That was married and waiting to exhale, all wrapped up in one. That's some goodness. I love it. Okay, I'm not gonna get stuck on that. I'm all about her doing what she needs to do for herself. Now, if she flipped the script and oh no, we're not gonna, girl, keep it to yourself next time.
All right, now let's talk about bitches that choose to stay who we think should leave. John Gray wife. I'm gonna go get that about.
First of all, this was one I had to really do research because I knew a little bit about the whole John Gray. I knew that I had seen him on T.I. and Tiny Friends and Family Hustle.
He was on there? This is so ghetto for me to yell across the room.
It so is. Y'all, please forgive us. Him. But yeah, so I knew that he was on there. So when you told me about the story, I was like, who? A couple of things that I just don't understand, right? I don't understand her name, and I'm not judging, but Aventer?
I thought it was like Avenger. I thought she was a Marvel comic.
It's Aventer. I think they say Avenger to be funny. Her name is Aventer. And
she's cute, though.
You think so?
She's a pretty girl.
You think so? Let me pull it up again. Maybe I saw a bad picture. And then John Gray, your old pink one-shaped ass. Okay, thank you. Like, you are shaped like the classic visual of Humpty Dumpty. Like, why? Who? What? How? Who?
So, let's break this down a little bit here. Sorry, my watch is going off. My mom is texting me.
Hello, Mom. Right, where do you start?
It's not as... I remember when he first cheated on her and... Rude. He first cheated on her and he bought her the $200,000 Lamborghini, I believe, as the apology gift.
Because she's a car person, right?
I don't know why he did it, but
that's what
she got $200,000 out of it. When you... And it's weird looking at all three of these. Nicole waited 25 years and she decided she had enough. Cardi waited 3 years. She decided she had enough. And here we are with another scandal with John Gray cheating on his wife. And my only issue with the John Gray situation is the fact that you're a pastor of a church. That, like, you're leading people.
That's it? That's your only issue?
Outside of his looks.
I mean, that's your only issue?
It's not. I just want... Like, you're the pastor of a church. So not only are you embarrassing your wife, yourself, you're embarrassing your congregation, your ministry, and what you do. Mm-hmm. So, like, it means, like, Giselle ex-husband, Jamal Bryant, like, he was slinging that thing all up and through Baltimore City when he was up there. Mm. But they got a divorce and whatever the case may be, but I don't think he's ever stopped. I mean, they're saying he's down there in the land doing the same thing. Child, he's still doing the same thing. Anywho, but and you look at her like, when is enough enough? Especially being and that's when you get those blurred lines between your moral compass and following the word itself and sticking by your husband and being a woman of faith, because they look at divorce as something that's bad, something that you're not supposed to do. Right. But however, you took those vows to love, honor, and cherish that woman, and you're breaking that. Right. However, we don't know, like, for what Nicole stayed 25 years, we don't know how much John is kicking out to keep her happy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, he can do this and he be like, oh, I'm sorry. I mean, she got a car last year. Who knows what she got this time or what she going to get?
I agree.
But like, as a person that would go to their church, how am I now supposed to look at the both of you?
Exactly.
Like that's my only thing. Like for our other two people, it's fine. Like y'all regular celebrities, but to be a pastor and a first lady, and I think she's a minister as well, it's like, how are we supposed to look at you? Like, if I'm having marriage issues, how can I now come to you?
Okay, I have a couple points that I just was, when I was reading and listening and all of that. Okay.
Go ahead. Let it out.
Like you said, I'm going to start with this point. You are someone that people go to for these reasons when they're having marital issues and things like that, and you're giving them, the way ahead, what should be, what they should be doing, giving them advice or whatever it is, right? Giving them counsel. I think that someone can be, I can be someone that isn't living by what I tell you and still be right in what I'm telling you. That makes sense to me because I give
do really as I say, not as I do. Essentially.
Or, like, for instance,
my mother said it.
I think I give really good relationship advice, but I'm single. But that doesn't take away from, you know what I mean? It doesn't take away from what I'm giving you. So on that end of it, I'm kind of like, I sit on the fence. But what throws me is I watched a few minutes of a video of him on YouTube kind of addressing it. And it was, what I did not like about it was he didn't take full ownership. Like I did something, but the buts didn't work for me. But I struggle with this. But I did. But sir, you still did it. Own that shit, right? And then with her, Aventer, I think that throughout everything that I saw, she didn't say much, right? But they were on the reel, and he had made a point of saying, and again, don't quote me, but he made a point of saying that he didn't cheat phically, it was emotional, right?
That's the worst kind of cheating.
I think this was the first time, 2019.
That's the worst kind.
I agree. But she was, ma'am, what? To me, Aventer, say less. Sit and say nothing. To me, she'd be better off saying nothing because now to me, you're playing into the foolishness that is being cheated on. You know what I'm saying? Because she's almost, in my opinion, condoning it. And that ain't cute, in my opinion.
I mean, and also, it's just like, what type of example do you set for other women?
Your daughter, your son, your public figures. People are watching you, and then you have
a whole congregation that is. So, what example are you setting? And a lot of people will tell you you're supposed to separate man from the word. Like he can do everything that he's doing, but he's probably still a good teacher of the word, and he probably gives you a good lesson plan, which I get.
Understood it.
However, it's just like. But if a couple is having marital issues, if a husband goes to John Gray and saying, I fell short of glory, last night I cheated on my wife.
Can I make a point real quick?
Go ahead.
Like I said, him and his wife counseled LaToya Luckett and her husband on T.I. and Tiny.
Ain't they getting a divorce?
Because he allegedly cheated.
Period. And that wraps up my story right
done
there.
And done. But I do want to, so I want to say, what my other point was,
but how can you even condone divorce if your wife's still sticking by you? But I guess what works for us don't work, child.
Right.
Guess.
But so another piece of the story that was like, so I listened to this guy on YouTube, Larry Reed Live, because I don't want to give nobody.
Larry, he's good. I watched a few of his stuff.
Yeah. So I listened to him and he was kind of giving the story or whatever. And for John Gray to say that he did not cheat physically, to me doesn't make it better. 1. 2, I was really unnerved with the fact that he discussed his wife and family issues with someone else, right?
With the person he cheated on?
Right.
Oh.
That to me That's done. So allegedly, he said that she don't suck, she don't fuck, she feeds his. This was the first time around, 2019. That she don't cook, she feeds their child, I guess their son at the time, pizza, and just a lot of negative things about his wife. And then he went on the reel and said basically the same thing. I shared things with someone else about my family that I shouldn't have had counsel with. To me, that's, like you said, emotional is the worst. But you do not discuss.
And then you confided in that person,
and you don't give.
You don't give one of my mottos in life. Ammunition.
That is one of my mottos in life. I will never give the bullets to a gun. I will never give the bullets to anyone else to put in the gun and shoot me. You don't do that. And then they play recordings, right? So on Larry Reed Live, he had like the recordings. So Larry Reed Live, or Larry Reed, spoke with the mistress allegedly, and got a lot of information from her, right? So one of the voicemails that was there was John Gray basically saying, so he had come to wherever she lived, I think it was Atlanta, and he was reaching out to her. And I guess she wasn't responding to him. So he left a message, I'm paraphrasing. Basically, I'm here, you ain't answering your phone, but I've done X, Y, and Z for you, but you ain't answering your phone for me. Oh, okay. And then allegedly she got back with him, and then he called back and left another message basically saying, my wife saw our messages. She doesn't know that I came to your room. She doesn't remember me leaving the room. So I don't know if he told her. He said at the end of it, she has your number or something like that. So low key, like,
she found
and then he told her, when you get this message, delete it. Sir, you a fool number one, because you don't leave messages when you're doing shit. But my thing is the whole message about the hotel, right? So that part of it was he had went somewhere with his wife and got this lady a hotel room in the same hotel. And then dipped out.
Low down, dirty
dipped
dog.
out to go see her. And then said they never had sex. Like, but allegedly, there was videos of him pleasuring him. Like, it's just a lot. It's just a lot of stuff. And I'm just like, sir, my thing is, sir, if you're doing all of this, like, you know who you are? I'm just Reese. I ain't even doing all of that because I'm just, little
disclosure.
A little disclosure. Be a little what's the word?
Transparent.
Look at you, Frank. You know all the words tonight. That about to my education, friend. So I'm being a little transparent. What keeps me from being hot in these streets sexually is the fact that I feel like eventually when I settle down, I don't want to be nowhere and nobody be like, oh, that's Reese and I had. No. I don't want to be him. So I limit myself from doing a lot of shit.
I mean, but everybody had somebody.
Right, but I don't want a lot of bodies on me. So...
Girl.
No, but so I say that to say this. I am just who I am, right? Mm-hmm. Low tier. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you might say local celebrity because I did, a web series here and there. You know what I'm saying? I got a podcast now. You know what I'm saying? I got popular friends that do shit. So people may know me a little bit. But when you're John Gray, you can't be that messy. You shouldn't messy. You shouldn't want to be that messy. And that's why I'm saying that.
And I think because he's John Gray, he feel like he can do that. You know what I mean?
And that to me says I can't do, like, again, I'm low tier. Like, I don't even give myself, like, all that shit I just said, yeah, I do that. It's fun for me. I don't take myself that seriously. You know what I'm saying? But for real, I feel like when I settle down, I just don't want to have a bunch of bodies on me. I don't. And so I feel like if I was a John Gray, I would really be like, look, if this is who I'm going to marry, I'm going to settle down with, that's what I'm going to do. Now, if I'm single and I'm out here wilding, that's a whole different story. Not a preacher. But, you know what I'm saying? If I'm single and I'm a celebrity and I'm out here just doing what I'm doing, okay, I'm single. I don't owe nobody nothing. But I'm married. I'm a preacher. I got a mega church. Like, what, sir? How does this work?
Because he can do it. No. They will forgive him. And it will
You think so?
Absolutely.
Okay.
His church still there.
I mean,
it's still going.
Like I said, I had to do research for this story, so I don't know him but
it's still there. It's still going. However, like I said, there are people that will separate the man in a word and just listen to his word and leave his personal business to be what his personal business. They look at it as a job. Of course, there are some people that look at that pastor as the know all be all, and like you should be untouchable. You should just walk on water like Jesus did, and some people are like, no.
I think that not the walk on water. You're not Jesus. I think you're a messenger. Like I think people are messengers.
You are.
I think that,
but a lot of people hold their pastors to high regard. Like that is.
I agree.
People will fight you over their pastor, and I think I know some. I will fight you over their pastor.
I agree. I think that they should be held to a certain regard, and that's what makes it so like, damn, really. But you have to remember they're still human, and that was my point. Like you said, you should be able to separate the man from the job, essentially. I guess I don't know. I don't have no respect for him or her. Really, I just feel like
Avenger joined the divorce train. Look what Cardi and
her
Nicole
name is Avenger.
She is a Marvel superhero. Avenger.
She ain't no superhero. Avenger. She ain't got no powers. She's silly, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I don't want to, I just feel like, damn. Like, ain't no way. I'm not finna sit next to no man or no woman talking about I emotionally cheated on my spouse and I had conversations that I shouldn't have with this other person about my spouse. Stop it.
Can you imagine that PR rep when he do shit like this? And how they got to sit there and figure out how they going to get above this and make it better? I need to watch Scandal again. Because that's the type of handling shit that she good at.
It's ridiculous to me.
But again, we don't know what she getting paid. Nicole stayed for 25 years. We don't know what she getting paid.
Maybe Nicole was like, I know I can get big dollars at the end if I stay X amount of time.
Because think about it.
It might have been an investment.
Especially after he broke that deal with Apple and sold his beats. Like, how much money he got off of that? And probably still is. It's a stage.
See,
and then you gotta let that sit for a little while.
I would have just put my name on some shit, bitch. Like, we married, put my name on it too. That's what I'm gonna do. If I get married, whoever out there, you want to get married, my name going on everything. So that way, I'm not gonna ask for shit when I leave. I'm just gonna get what I'm supposed to get when you get what you get.
They're gonna split the properties, or they're gonna have to sell them and then split the money. Just like when they divorce, sell the house and y'all split the proceeds.
Exactly. I need my cut. Put my name on this. I don't know. I just, Chile. I just, no. I
just don't like how John Gray look, and you don't understand how it can happen.
I don't like the way he's shaped. I don't like the way he's shaped. I don't like Aventer. I just, again, had she said nothing, I'd have nothing to say. Well, I would have an opinion a little bit, but when she was like, and then this was another thing that I saw. So
my friend did his homework, y'all.
I really did, because I wanted to make sure I had a dog in this race. Okay, so I was on. I don't know. I was on the some websites or whatever, and so no, I was on not websites. I was on the Larry Reed Live. He gave a lot of good information. He's really good, but he's supposed to be straight.
I don't think so.
He said he's married, but it never specified who. So, I'm sorry, to what gender he was married to. Whatever. No shade. Like, he did his job. So allegedly, her name is Gracie Me on, I think it's Instagram.
Girl, and he fucking Instagram thoughts.
That's horrible. So somebody said something, and this was her response, right? And this is, hello, love. I wasn't cheated on physically. We speak about this in tomorrow's Real interview. So this was back in 2019. Perhaps you shouldn't connect to everything bloggers post. I get it. It's pretty convincing. The embellished sensationalism and the talking and inappropriate conversations were a mess. Believe me, but there was never a physical sexual activity. She needs somebody to write for her. There was never a physical sexual activity. Is that right? That don't sound right to me. Whatever. Sorry to disappoint everyone, but don't believe the hype. No one is perfect, and we spoke from a very real place to our congregation about relationships and how something can come up that if that if you haven't addressed it, can make you in a bad place. Can put you in a bad place. Make some ignorant decisions, but just so you are clear, it's before he so-called cheated, because that never happened. That's what made me think, girl, you silly. You out here. To me, you don't have to respond to Instagram, Twitter, none of that. You don't have to respond to anything. Say less. If you, me, what's her name, Nicole? If I was Nicole, 20-something years in, child, if I'm going to be here, I'm just going to be here. Collecting that money. Because now it's a fight to get this $2 million. Aventer, if you're just going to be there and you going to ride.
Because we ain't heard enough from Nicole. I didn't even know Nicole existed.
You didn't know what she looked like until this shit came out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then he was like, huh, that's who he married?
I didn't know he was married.
I don't know that I cared, really. And I like Dr. Dre, like music and all that, but whatever. I just feel like, I can't.
Okay.
So let's talk about this teacher.
All right, cool.
Because I just can't.
We are done with relationships.
I'm done with these hoes. Hoes, all of them. I'm not talking about the women. I'm talking about the men and the women. They all hoes.
All right, so the teacher thing is there was a teacher who she does fans only, OnlyFans, whatever the case may be. And
you sound like an old person. Fans only.
That fans only is actually a website.
Is it?
Yes, bitch. So
I'm the old person.
Right.
I'm gonna look at
it was found out that she had a profile on there, so they fired her. Mm-hmm. And Reese and I we had a disagreement as far as the firing process, if it was appropriate, if it was not, and somehow all these stories are related all in one. See, I pick good stuff. So I feel as if she should not have been fired.
Okay.
Because I feel like what I do when I stop teaching your child is none of your damn business.
Okay.
And that's where I stand. And then, of course, I remember we went back and forth. It depends on how it all came about. If it was someone in middle school to high school, then yes, we can see the image and the damage in which it caused. If the students see this particular teacher in that particular light, then of course there's embarrassment and everything because children are childish and so forth. So, but if it was someone that was in kindergarten and it was a soccer mom that found this shit out and it's like, bitch, you just mad because your titties don't sit up like mine do. Or
unless you live in the right place and you can pay for them.
Bitch, you mad because I can get on camera and do all this and you sit at home and drink wine with your friends and you still ain't found the time to do this. So it all depends on how it's found out. But if we take it from my point of view, just as a regular teacher, it wasn't from students. It came from maybe a parent that found out, then no, she should not have been fired. What I do in my free time is my business.
I agree to an extent. Mm-hmm. I think that what you do in your free time is your business. Mm-hmm. However, parentheses. A teacher, like, I think that you are held to a certain standard. And I don't care what grade you teach. You owe that, not owe, that's a word. You should be mindful about your students and their parents. It matters. I mean, it does. To me, it matters that I don't know that I would care so much unless it was I had an older child, maybe. You know what I'm saying? That could potentially find this. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I just feel like, girl, like, if you want to be OnlyFans, do OnlyFans and strip on the side. Like, teacher ain't for you. They don't make that much money anyway.
They don't. But if I went to school and this was my lifelong dream of being a teacher,
that means you have a degree. That was
is
really rude. I cut you off. I'm sorry. Because you do that to me a lot. So I think I just wanted to share that. Then my friend cuts me off a lot. Go ahead, and I just found myself to it. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you got something to say.
I'm so apologetic.
I'm done.
Okay, so no, I feel like, to your point, she went to school, blah blah blah, girl. But if this ain't doing it for you, OnlyFans is doing it. step back, be a substitute, do something else. You can come back to teaching at some point. I don't know. It just those two lifestyles don't go together. It's just like, I feel like if you are in corporate America and you have an OnlyFans, like, that don't make sense.
It does.
It does to you?
It does.
Well, I think that what she should have done then, and if that's what she wanted to do, girl, don't show your face. No face, no case.
Facts. Okay, I'll give you that.
Put your vagina on a thing. And
so how I look at it is corporate America being a teacher and you do your OnlyFans on the side. Again, my guilty pleasures, my fetishes that I have nothing to do with the job in which is in front of me. If I can work in corporate America and go home and like to sniff dryer sheets until I go to bed, that's what I like to do.
But it's not on TV.
I can make a sniff and dryer sheet video and start to post them, and someone could get aroused by it. You know, it doesn't
Are you doing
matter.
it fully clothed?
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
It does not matter.
I'm asking the question.
No.
You're doing it naked.
I'm naked.
Okay, so now you've crossed
I'm naked
the line.
in a big sheet of dryer sheets.
You're wrong. I don't agree. I'm not with it.
Why don't you? But
because
just because I got this degree and I got this good corporate job, or I'm being a wonderful teacher because this was my dream. But if I love the fact of being in the camera and showing my sexy body.
I wish I could see Ramont right now. Ramont is
I'm getting into a character, like showing my sexy body on camera. It has nothing to do with my job, my education, my training, what I was trained to do. This is me. I'm clocked out. I'm in my element. I'm minding my own business, and this is what I like to do. And does it give me a little side extra cash? Absolutely. But do I still want to teach because I love what I'm doing for the youth, and I love how I've helped students graduate, and I've seen how they have improved, and I made changes in their life? Yeah, so like the two can exist within one person, and I don't understand how you don't get that.
They can, as long as we don't see who you are. Be anonymous with that shit. It just doesn't. It doesn't go together. I don't want to go to work and like, I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like I should be able to go to work, and regardless if you saw it or not, it doesn't change how I am. Like, if I do this isn't going to change your child that is now passing my class because of the tutoring in which I've given to them. This doesn't change the reports and the project that I'm working on at work that has excelled past everyone else. Like, it doesn't change.
It changes a little bit, friend.
No, it only changes your perception in the mind in which you're thinking, because in your mind, or I'm not you per se, but in other people's mind, they feel as if it's wrong and you're not supposed to do it under their own personal beliefs. But don't put your personal beliefs onto my life, because that's not how I live. I don't live by your rules and your standards and what you do.
You're right. You don't.
But
when you put yourself in a position,
what harm am I doing to anyone? You got people that are full-blown alcoholics and go home and beat their spouse and get up and go to work every single day, like it's nothing, and they smiling, everyone's smiling at face, like, and it's okay.
But they're not beating their spouse, and not that that's right. Again, I don't condone that. I feel like I've had to say that a couple times today. I don't condone that, but
at the wrong side.
Sir, we are not going to do that. But no, I think that the difference is you can do whatever you want to do, but when you put it out there for the world to see, then you have to be open to the world's scrutiny of that. Absolutely. And when you're in a position of power or leadership or whatever, that's going to be called to the carpet. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, because it's just what it is. What it is. So you and her, y'all could get together and do an OnlyFans, and maybe that'll. So let me ask you this: would you be? You said that if you don't care what people do, like outside of you don't look at them different, blah blah blah, right? So
I'm intrigued, but I ain't gonna let you know differently.
I have a confession. I'm just coming out with shit tonight. We had talked a couple weeks ago about, like, whenever this broke, and you had brought it up, we talked about it a little bit. And we had kind of talked, I was like, friend, I'm gonna do an OnlyFans. Like, the fuck? Like, they making money, blah, blah, blah. So I did.
Hey. You ain't send me the link.
I know.
Rude.
Because I don't want to be judged. But do you think that doing that, like, do you think that as my friend, well, not you, because never mind. Because it's a dumb question because I know you. Because you would be like, okay, friend, do it.
I just say you didn't send me the link, bitch. I would subscribe.
Right. But
support me, bitch.
Right. It's only $20 right now.
Bitch, you high. Never mind.
It's $20 right now. It's peak season, bitch. It's peak. I mean, you make good money. If y'all want to follow me on my OnlyFans, it is onlyfans.com/pieces, PIECEZ of OFREESE. So Pieces of Reese. OnlyFans.
This a whole shameless plug that he didn't use.
There's no shame in it because
that he didn't use our podcast. This bitch.
Now it's not what. Well, it's a little bit of everything.
It's what you thought it was and a little bit more.
A little bit more. So, because when we talked about it and people was talking about they was making money, I said, well, let me try. So now I'm out here trying to. But I feel like you would judge me a little bit.
Okay.
If I talked to y'all.
Now that are we done with the conversations about topics about Ramont Rants?
These are Ramont Rants. If you want to be done, friend, I'm done.
Yeah, because I'm gonna come back. We on each side of the teacher debate. You think it's a problem? Like people can't have a double life.
I think you can have a double life. You just can't. No face, no case. So keep that in mind when you go to onlyfans.com/pieces, PIECEZOFREESE. Remember, no face, no case. Go ahead.
That's stupid because they know it's you now.
Maybe.
Right. You're the only one that is scared of judgment amongst us.
I don't think I'm scared. I just don't want to. I don't want to do.
You think everyone's going to judge you?
I do.
You do.
I think you guys are judgments. I have some. We are a judgmental group of friends.
Because we judge others don't mean that. We're going to speak out. We're very opinionated. We're going to speak our mind. We're going to tell you how we feel. But as it's been discussed before, it's not so much a. I mean, we're going to crack the jokes because we're friends, and we discussed that last time. Like friends like us, shit, tough skin. Hey,
you got to have tough skin. Yes,
but I'd rather you tell us, so therefore we know how to defend you if someone else says it and they want to talk cash shit. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing. Like, I don't want to be blindsided by the information.
I agree.
Itself. So if we know, we didn't joked about it, can't nobody say shit about it. And if someone tried to, bitch, it is what it like. We got you.
I understand that, but I still feel like at the end of the day, I think we kind of had this conversation. I don't remember the whole conversation because I had been drinking a lot, and I don't think I realized how much I had been drinking until one of our friends called me the next day and was like, "You good?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh yeah, girl.
I was like, "What?"
We had a whole conversation.
Yeah, I was like, "Huh?" And they was like, "You just." I said, "Okay, no, I'm fine." But I think that it's like I always say, I'm okay with whatever I do because if I wasn't, I wouldn't do it. Mm-hmm. But I think that the way that we, and I'm included in it, the way that we talk about and or view or judge other people, it's like I don't want it. So it's easier just to say less. I don't know. Maybe another topic for another time. I mean,
it will be.
But my OnlyFans is out there now, so I feel like I'm kind of stepping out there to say.
Yeah, that's a big step, especially put on this public platform.
Because at the end of the day, no face, no case. So it's. I mean, you gonna see what you gonna see, and it should be enjoyed by all.
Yeah, you could.
And I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop the. What's today? I'm gonna drop the.
My only thing is, if you're gonna do the OnlyFans, just make sure it's good content.
Oh,
don't half step the shit.
I'd say
because I'm nosy. Like when people do their OnlyFans, like you can always like go to the page without subscribing just to see like how many photos and videos there.
Oh yeah, how many? Yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And if I see people that I quote unquote know of itself, I'll click on a profile and see if it's. I'm like, okay, they're getting started.
Have you subscribed to any?
No.
Oh.
And if it's a few weeks go by and you're still promoting like your OnlyFans, and I click on again and it's still the same amount from the last time I clicked, then they're just like, so what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, there's got to be. And I will say,
like, I don't even want to. Even if I thought about subscribe, I don't want to subscribe because you got the same shit.
But I feel like, so I will say this: that what I'm learning is that like this podcast, like my job, it's work.
But you've been doing a lot.
So you got to, if you're going to do it, commit, because it takes a lot.
So, question: how are you going to judge her for doing that, and you do your job and you do that?
No face, no case. Number one.
Girl.
Number two, if somebody, well, I mean, there's people that I guess I work with that'll probably,
they probably doing it too.
Maybe. Collaborations are open because I'm all about. Listen. It's a good coin right now. You know, but it could always be better. So, yeah, subscribe, like, all of that.
Bitch, if your subscriptions go up after this episode, bitch, I want to cut. Bitch, I'm the code. Bitch, I want to cut. Look, my name on it.
Run me my check. No. So what I'm gonna do is well, this is gonna drop on Monday. So when it drops, I will drop the price for a week.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
So yeah.
Come on, promotions.
Listen. Oh, also, so today. Well, whatever. The last episode of Addicted to You dropped today. It's actually a really good... What I can say about this web series is that when you're watching it and you didn't watch it, did you? I hate my friends. Support me, bitch. No, but so the web series Addicted to You is on YouTube. King Liam presents. It's dope. But what I love about it is when you get to the end, everything comes together and it's just like, wow. This is a very thought-provoking piece, in my opinion. So go out there, check it out. Tell me what you thought. I did a little beard situation because we were in the midst of COVID. It was a baby beard. It wasn't nothing real deep. It was a baby beard.
I liked you when you had your facial
hair. Me too. So let me tell y'all, I had recently, me and a friend of mine, we try out these dating apps for content and just to see what it's like. But they, to me, all the same. So I recently got on this site called Black, BLK. And I was like, so me and her were talking about our pictures and everything. And I was like, damn, I can't put none of these pictures with me with a beard. And she was like, why? And I was like, because I don't look like that no more. I feel like when you put your pictures up, you need to look like those people. She's like, but it's a version of you. I said, but that's a version that they ain't gonna see because COVID-19 it's still going on, but I gotta work. So I gotta shave this shit off. But I ain't on that no more, so it don't matter. Because I'm not doing it no more. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think we are what?
We're done.
Okay, we wrapped this one up.
That was good. Thank you, friend, for letting me talk and get everything off my chest.
Can I tell y'all, if y'all go back and listen to our episode, I was telling another friend of mine today, Ramont ends with, that was good. And it's always different. It's either, ooh, that was good. Or like you said, that was good. But it always ends with, that was good.
Now that you pointed out, I'll never do it again.
Oh my God, it's your thing.
It wasn't a thing, but now you're making it a thing. I didn't know that I did it.
This is why we don't have video, y'all. Because of Ramont. When we do a new season, I promise you, well, I ain't gonna promise you, but there's gonna be some changes, hopefully. But that's another hard thing, working with somebody that you're friends with.
You want video?
No, I mean, I'm not married. That's my new thing. I'm not married to it. Like, I don't need it. But, because I was thinking about the whole Patreon thing, because I hear it's a thing. So I don't know. But I think that right. Girl, it's another thing. Got the time. It's the same. It would be the same time that we're doing this. It's just.
But you're on Patreon. You're giving them bonuses, episodes. So.
Well, I saw one podcast. They were just doing bonus pictures. We got plenty of pictures.
Which pictures, girl? Just see again, content. See this content, bitch. When I think of Patreon, I'm paying for something that a free listener is not getting. I'm not just going to give our listeners pictures. Like, we're going to then record additional shows and things like that, right. Live interviews. Like, they're paying. In my mind, you're paying for something, so I'm not going to bullshit you with.
You are pretty though. People will pay. I manage you, so we're gonna do this eventually. We're gonna get there.
Okay.
Somebody told me I'm a whole pimp.
You are.
Our friend, Omari, he listens. Omari was like, "You are like the pimp," because I was telling him about our whole drink situation that we was gonna embark upon later. He was like, "You just got Ramont doing everything." I said, "Wait a minute." Me and Ramont work together. It's not me making him do anything. He's got the skill set. I'm just like, friend, let's do something with it. So
yeah, like if you will push the skill set to make money, and I take anything that you feel like is a little idea and make it a big idea. Mm-hmm. So it works.
That's why we work so well together. And that's why we want to thank you for tuning into a little R&R.
Good. I can use your closing tonight. Okay, put your fingerprint in. Side note, Reese locks me out of his MacBook and he will not give me the passcode or assign my fingerprint to it. And I think that is very rude.
Because my OnlyFans page, that's why. I don't want him to see onlyfans.com /
Well, I'm about to buy an external hard drive because I don't want my podcast recordings on this on this slutty MacBook.
Thank you guys for listening, and we look forward to chatting with you guys again in the very near future.
Yeah, we'll be back on our regular topics and not just ranting about pop culture shit.
We're going to be talking about Ramont's Rants. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it, and we'll do it again.
And look forward to Reese's Pieces on the podcast when he drop his little inspirational quotes for you guys.
We come in. We're trying to, we're trying to do something a little different or whatever. Thank you.
All right, guys. Love you.
Bye. Hey, what's going on? It is
Ramont
and Reese, and we want to thank you for listening to another episode of A Little R&R. Please subscribe, rate, and comment. Please, and friend.
What's up?
Where can they find us on the IG?
At ALilRandRPodcast, and that's ALilRandRPodcast. But friend, what if they got like questions, comments, concerns, or like their humble opinion? What should they do?
They should absolutely reach out to us via email at ramontandreese@gmail.com.
And as always, guys, of course, thank you so much for listening. We love you.
We appreciate you.
And of course, we're going to talk to you real soon.